The Joe Rogan Experience.
I mean, there are a lot of people who went back. I know there was a Kennedy woman who went there and was like on a mission with people, and she loved them so much she had a piano helicoptered in. She had like a grand piano. She was like she was a rich lady who didn't really understand how things worked, and that if you put a piano in the highlands of Papua New Guinea, you couldn't like maintain that piano.
Duh.
But now they're like, just this village has a beautiful old grand piano that definitely doesn't work now. But she was like, I want to give them something.
How long did she live there for?
Years. There was a woman I used to go to church with who said she was there with her.
So don't insult them and they want to eat you. Seems simple.
Yeah, but how do you not insult people?
Over there, you don't. They probably don't.
I know
take
people
a good
who've gone
joke.
there. I thought about living there for a while. I thought that would be like.
For real?
I was looking it up. I was seeing if because it's cheaper. So my thought when I was very poor, because it was near Australia, I thought like, yeah, this is rough.
Oh, when they're
And my
having a
thought was
bow
I
and
could
arrow
like
fight.
live in Port Moresby and then just fly in and out and do gigs in Australia.
What year is this? 1964?
1964.
So in 1964, they were having a bow and arrow fight.
I think this is going on to this day.
This says it's actually a tribal war.
Whoa.
They're trying to get them a football team.
See, man, this is what people do. You get people into groups, they do that, even in Papua New Guinea. This is like a testament. Look at that guy's penis.
It's
That's
a
weird.
beautiful.
He's got like a big stick.
But this
on
is
his
also,
dick.
they're having a great time.
What's going on with his dick?
I don't know.
What is that?
Who are we to judge? They're beautiful.
Is that like
That's a cone over
a cone over his
got a
dick?
bigger
Yeah.
one.
They got cones over their dicks.
I've seen people on 6th Street dressed like
Those
that.
guys are ripped. That's the kind of body you get if you just run around and shoot arrows all day. Not a fat one amongst them. Not one lazy motherfucker amongst them.
What is
Every one of
happening
those dudes has to get after it every day. A lot of dongs. Kind of wild that they don't even wear clothes when they do this. And they
What's
just
with that?
close up shooting arrows at each other. This is
there? What, the cameraman is just
Getting them
relaxed?
back.
and then
about
you
it?
have to turn around and run away.
He's been picking
This
up
is
arrows, they're
so
fucked up.
crazy. These arrows fly.
Have I told you about
terrible,
my
too. He's
favorite
got a
ever?
Giant
I
handful
don't know
of
if I said it
arrows.
last time I was on. My favorite ever Papua New Guinea video is at the rugby, where the guys storm the pitch. Have I told you about this?
No. I want to watch a little bit more of that,
All
but then
right.
tell me about that. Because I'm fascinated by how shitty their strategy is. I'm like, how did these guys make it this long fighting bow and arrow fights
But this is like
this?
when you read the Iliad or something. This is kind of how people are fighting. That there's like two big masses, and then one guy steps forward.
I
and they
understand,
duke
but
it
this
out.
is like really shitty weaponry.
Yeah.
Like, how have they not figured out better weapons? You know? Like, these are terrible bows, and they don't have any feathers on their arrows. Like, those things fly like shit. Like, think of the Mongols in,
Yeah.
the 1200s. They figured out the recurve bow.
Also, like the Maori just went out and got guns. Like they traded for guns. The Indians traded for guns. They didn't.
Well, I guess nobody was bringing guns to Papua New Guinea
But
in
maybe
1964.
They're deciding. They must have because they were involved in World War II to help
Bro,
us
these
out.
guys hate each other. I guarantee if you gave them ARs with red dots, they would just go running through that field, mowing those motherfuckers
Maybe
down.
they're just having a good time.
Perhaps.
So
that guy got
his
hit.
penis cone fell off.
No, he got hit.
Yeah.
Did you see? He had blood on his ribs.
This is not. How is
What's
the
that,
cameraman
Jamie?
say?
They're trying to help him in some way. I don't know if he had like splinters stuck in his.
It looked
skin
like he had
or-
blood on the left side of his
Well,
body.
for sure.
Yeah,
but
it
like
wasn't
that whole
good.
little series there was like close up, not
Right.
almost surgery or something.
Oh,
I
what
don't
were
know
they
they're
doing? He might have got stuck a few times, man.
Also, I'm not showing this on the screen because it's
Right.
don't know.
Copywritten
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of shit. A lot of dongs too. Yeah, it's like, the thing about places like that is that place has the environment is so hostile.
Yeah.
It's so hostile to survive there for generation after generation after generation. You live a subsistence lifestyle. You live off the land, and everybody has to hunt and gather. And if people come into your side from the other side, these motherfuckers, they're trying to steal your food. You have to go to a tribal war. That's how they've been rocking it probably for
We
thousands
don't have to
and
choose
thousands
between
of
that
years.
and AI though. There's a middle path between.
No, you
tribal
can't.
war in
Listen,
the-
you
in
can't
the
stop
scrub.
AI, buddy. You can't stop AI.
I'm hopeful.
No, you gotta stop.
How many
Let it
movies
go.
did we have to have warning us that it was terrible?
All of them. None of them worked.
I don't think
It
there's
doesn't
one
matter.
movie saying it was a good
It's
idea to have a thinking
inevitable.
robot.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable.
We got.
You just have to accept it. You have to accept it and
I can't do it.
live your life. You can't listen. We don't know what the change is going to be, and I don't really believe that we're going to let it be entirely bad. And I think it's probably better to have something like that than to not when you're dealing with things like the power grabs that are going on all over the world, where they're trying to lock people up for speech violations. In the UK, it's 12,000 people this year, and they're making people get digital ID, and they're doing all these different things. Like, at a certain point in time, you're gonna benefit from a super intelligence that can rationally explain why this is no way to sustain a civilization.
I would like us to
Isn't
have
that
some
possible?
say over how we implement that.
I would like
we
to
know,
be able to tell God what to tell me.
we've got that. He set up a beautiful church.
I know.
All
But
we
this
have to do is
this
listen.
what you're asking, though.
But like with cars, you can use cars in a way that make a society great. Like if you have but then you can also have cars that like ruin a whole neighborhood and a whole city, and you can't walk anywhere, and it's a big problem.
You
Like,
mean leaking oil? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, like just having a freeway that cuts through for no reason, or like not being able to like walk around a downtown.
Oh,
or something.
right.
Like you can use it in a specific. I read the New Polity magazine is what I've been reading on this, where they're like Catholic guys in Steubenville who are like, how can we, to what extent can we choose to use technology in a way that's helpful to us, and how much are we just like absolutely governed by what the technology becomes, and then we have to be subservient to it. Like, do we get to choose how we use technology around us, or are we just...
Why do you assume, though, that we're going to be subservient to it? That's where it gets weird.
Because I think we're subservient to the car. Like, no one wants to live in a... When you see what cars do to certain cities in America, and you go like it's so... When you're in New Orleans and you're walking around, and there's problems with New Orleans, but like you're walking around the French Quarter, which is like designed before cars. It's so... You can have music, you can like run around on the street, and it's like a beautiful, nice place to be compared to like a strip mall when you build it the way people have to live around what the cars are. Do you know what I mean? Like you can have... Like the way that they build a freeway and a weird block of houses next to it, and no one can walk anywhere. Like you just can't get out on your legs anywhere. Or like that seems like you're building it based on the car. You're letting the car be, you make the car have the maximum ease for how it can operate, and you try and live in the shadow of that, rather than going, what's a nice way to live as a person, and how do we use the car to increase our quality of life? Right. Like, can we use AI to make our lives better, or do we have to, like we can do digital IDs? Should we?
No. Holiday football has arrived. The regular season's wrapping up, the playoffs are on deck, and every win matters more. With DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, the unexpected can turn game day into payday. Don't forget, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player goes down in the first half, you still get paid in cash. With DraftKings, you're protected through the entire first half. Why bet anywhere else? New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code Rogan. That's code Rogan. Bet $5 and win $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Let me ask you, what do you think is like worst case scenario for AI? Like, what are you really genuinely scared of?
Man, it'd be a bunch of things. I don't want to just start with the porno, but certainly the porno spooks me out, the AI porno.
But that's already here.
I think the writing and the ability to write and think and process information, and that's definitely like carved away. Like if you look at kids in schools who are using AI instead of writing an essay, people can't write 5 sentences together because they're not developing the skill, and you don't. If people are getting a degree in something, already people were outsourcing that to people to help them, write an essay or something. But if you get like a Bachelor of Arts is increasingly worthless if AI can do it for you, and then you can say, I know about history.
Right.
So like I think the functionality of education, I'm terrified of that falling apart and people not knowing how to read, which is already disintegrated, sure, but I think this rapidly speeds that up. I mean, I'm afraid of, as like an artist, if I want to go and like make a movie or something, maybe I'm just like old-fashioned and attached to the idea of having a camera and having people act, but it's like I can increasingly see less and less reason that you'd have to do that and someone wouldn't just write it out and go, this happens in this scene, change that guy's eye. You know what I mean? Like there's something, and more than anything, I get spooked out with the video. And what scares me about the music is I hear the audio AI when you put on the songs and I go, this is actually very good. This doesn't have an otherworldly quality to it. This is actually just a good song, it sounds like. But when I see the video, I feel like I get the heebie-jeebies on the AI video. Do you get that at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
And I go, who is showing me this? What is the intelligence behind this?
Well, it's a lie, right? That's part of it. But it's like a pretty damn good lie that you know it's going to get way better at lying. You're like, that's pretty good right now. Like, it's like when a 4-year-old lies to you. You're
Yes.
like, wow.
You're bad
when
at
you're
this.
20,
What
you're
not?
going to be a con man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like, you know it's got a real potential to be something that is, like, I already see disaster videos every day that aren't real. Like, every day I saw, someone sent me one of those cruise boats going into a giant fucking bridge and all the cars collapsing on top of it. One of those massive cruise ships. It's totally fake. And I can kind of pick it out right away. I was like, I didn't hear about this. This isn't real. I think, nah, it's fake. And I'm watching it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, it's fake.
but it takes a minute.
But it takes a minute.
And like
it's
a year and a
not-
half ago, it didn't get the hands right.
Right. And it's going to be, within a year, you're not going to be able to tell at all. You're going to have no idea. You have no idea. There's so many animal attacks now that are fake. There's so much that's fake. But it's the price that you pay for the advancement and the capabilities of doing things. I think there's still going to be a value that people want to go see a movie that someone made. Just like there's people out there that still going to see live shows. Like, live shows will never change. There's a connection that human beings have at live shows. Like Kill Tony we did last night.
Yes.
How fun. So fun. The most fun.
That was one of the best ones that there's been. I
It
think.
was really fun. But that's a real moment that we all shared together.
Yes.
Like, you can't recreate that with AI. But there's a lot of things you can, and that's just a fact. That's just how it is.
I don't think we can.
You can't change it.
I just want more of that. I want to live in a spontaneous
You can.
society.
Well, hopefully more
And a
people
town.
will also choose to do something that's in their wheelhouse to do along those lines. As long as you still have a thing that you're trying to work towards, you're going to be okay. Like, let's say if the real weird one is universal basic income, because this is, Elon is famously said, and I don't know what this even fucking means, but not only will people have universal basic income, it'll be actually universal high income. There'll be enough prosperity that everyone in the country will get a large salary. You will never have to work again. But then the problem is you're completely dependent on the state, if there is a state anymore. Like, what is the state when there's a digital god that you've created in the center of the town that has its own nuclear power plant that's operating everything?
I have no logical rationale for why these things are terrible, but in my soul, it screams out, let's not invent.
Yeah, because you love being a human.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
nice.
And you love literature, and you're an interesting guy. You like a lot of cool music. You love things that people make and create, and you create great comedy. So it makes sense. It makes sense that you feel the way you feel. And I share those feelings, but I'm also a realist. And I'm one of those people that just goes, okay, buckle up. Things are going to get weird, because it's going to get weird. It's going to get weird, and people are going to get super angry. There's going to be a lot of people that they worked really hard to get a job, and that job is completely irrelevant now. It's been taken over.
Job is irrelevant, and then also like being able to just like there's a freedom in being allowed to have a revolution. Mm-hmm. And that's what this country was founded on, is that when things get bad and the people cry out for a new form of government, they can go and get it.
Right.
And I think that chances of anyone in the world having a revolution shot through the floor as soon as they invented robot dogs that could chase you through the street. And I haven't seen the footage of the robot dogs in a couple of years, but I bet they're better than they used to be now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
They're
like,
real good.
okay, if we have the robot dogs, how is there going to be an effective change of government? Or is that's just it? If you own the robot dogs, no one else is really going to be a threat to you as the ruling class. That's terrifying that you just have a permanent ossification. Like,
Yes.
you have a set in stone of what the ruling class is going to be because they've got weapons that no one can challenge them with.
That's worst case scenario, right? And one of the things you have to think is, why would AI let the working or the ruling class decide what it does?
I mean, 'cause
why
they've got
would they
it.
listen? No. At a certain point in time, it's going to be sentient. At a certain point in time, it's going to have its own robots that do its tasks, like different things that have to be built and structured and different things that have to be designed and engineered. It'll have that.
Yeah.
It'll have robots that work on the material sciences and all these different things, but it'll be a god. It'll be a digital god. It's not going to listen to a person that says arrest people for saying, Muslims shouldn't invade this country. It's not going to be that. It's not going to listen to you. That's the real fear, is that we're no longer going to be the apex predator of the planet. And it's not even going to be a predator, but it's just going to be so.
It could be a predator.
Why would it be?
If it helped it.
The thing, yeah, but why would it? What would if it has any desires at all? If it becomes sentient, the real question is, would it do anything? It might just exist. If it really becomes brilliant and it really becomes all-knowing, it might just exist. It might just say, figure it out on your own.
More than anything, I think I have a religious impulse against this, where this is creating an idol. Right, like this is, Moses comes down and he goes,
Yes.
don't build the golden calf. That's not your God. We're building a very sophisticated golden calf.
Mm-hmm.